And start. And start. Okay. Don't worry about that. Right, we'll get some cash to start with. We'll set all farmland to me. We'll turn off seasons, turn off snow. We'll fix it to June. Turn off all the stuff that we don't want to be messing with. Right, you're ready to do some straw harvesting. Excellent. In fact, actually, you might as well be starting that anyway. Because we can be picking up the straw on this fit. We can do the straw collecting fairly straightforward. Right, I'll leave that worker to do that. We'll have a sprint over here. We'll set this field to be a grass field like we did on the other map. And I'm just using the just using the easy devs mod to set these fields up, because we want to just go straight in and test stuff. And then on this field, which has currently got canola on it ready to harvest, we'll set this as being our corn field. Okay, so that's ready for chaffing. I'll go to the store. Forage harvester, we'll go grab the John Deere again. £7.5 meter header again. It's some silage additives. And then we'll grab one of the new balers. So, what do we want? We'll go for the... Yeah, and we'll go for the little one. Tractor to pull that. I want my forage wagon. We'll grab the Stevie one. And then I just want 2 tractors. We'll get a couple of, actually, we'll grab a couple of the 9RTs, as they're going to be fairly powerful. Right then. Oh, it didn't buy those. Fancy that. Right, let's get some silage additive. We'll add this in. Right, let's go get the silage additive added. And let's start doing some chaffing, shall we? I've got to remember, I've got to tell it to drop here when harvesting. Again, sadly, can't get an AI worker to do this. They just sit there, unfortunately. Because they're going to want to do it with a trailer attached. Or a trailer running next to them. So we're just doing some chaff, and then I'm going to come pick this up with the loading wagon again. Then we're going to try putting it in the baler and see if we can get the baler to work. And like I say, hopefully with less mods installed now, there's less conflict and chance of errors and problems. So I need to get my tractor again, because unfortunately there wasn't enough space at the delivery zone for that. Oh, apparently I do not have enough money. Right, we need to fix that then. Fix that, add money. 10. Now I'll have enough money. Now we'll have enough money. Maybe that's why I couldn't buy it first time. Because we didn't have enough. Right, let's push that back through there. Put some silage additive into this too. Let's quickly collect some chaff. I do like these machines. They're like big vacuum cleaners. We used to use one of these on the golf course where I worked when we mowed the rough at the end of the year before the winter. We would then go around and pick up all the grass clippings, the grass droppings from the rough, using a loading wagon. That was my first ever experience. See, that wants to unload into that trailer. There we go. Just drop that again. Let's try. Just get a little bit more of the chaff loaded up. Yeah, the spout picks up the trailer. Yeah, because normally you would drive the trailer. You'd normally be driving with the trailer next to a forage harvester and unloading directly into the trailer. But for this new DLC pack, I thought we could just bale directly from the ground. So we could just unload directly on the field and then come through with the balers and bale all the chaff up directly. But I was having a little bit of trouble with that. So I've now come onto the Elm Creek map just to rule out any kind of compatibility issues that I may have been having between obviously mod maps and the new DLC. It's best to test these things vanilla before you start going and complaining. Complaining on Giants forums or their bug tracker that things aren't working right, when it could actually just be down to user error. So I figured I'd best try and test this in a vanilla setting before I declare it broken. But welcome to the chat, Michael 1. Welcome to the channel. Like I say, I'm going to be live for about another hour. Having a quick look at this stuff. And like I say, I've got one of the new balers over at the shop ready to bring over here. So I'll go and grab that in a second. Just making sure I've got plenty of chaff to start with. So obviously, if you've just tuned into the stream, you will know that so far I've been a little bit unlucky in the fact that I haven't yet been able to produce a bale from the new balers. And like I said, I've been able to fill them up, but as far as actually getting bales to come out of it, milker one as in cow tit puller. Okay. I get it now. You're a milker. We don't get to do manual milking in Farming Simulator. That would be a nice little feature, wouldn't it, to have in game, if we actually had to milk the cows. They didn't just magically produce milk. Right, there's a pallet falling over there. Please, can I have some strong arms, please? Yes, please. Thank you. Because I need to be able to turn that the right way up so I can fill it. There we go. Strong arm. I do like the fact that these balers seem to... and Milker1, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Again. Thank you for the follow. As I say, I'm relatively new here on Kick. Normally I stream over on Twitch, and obviously I have my Farming Simulator YouTube channel where I produce a lot of Farming Simulator content. But seeing as today is the first time Giants have ever sent me early access content, I figured why not also stream for the first time over here on this new platform where there isn't any Farming Simulator presence at the moment. There are no other creators, or if there are, they're not partners of Giant Software. So I kind of thought, hey, I might as well come over here and be one of the first. But yeah, these balers, they do have some pretty decent capacity for silage additive. I'm going to turn off the super strength mod now, because also these balers, you unfold them from outside the machine, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to get a couple more pallets of this silage additive. They actually hold a lot of litres. Because as I was saying on the other map where I was trying to test this, most of the in-game balers and loading wagons only hold a very tiny fraction of a pallet of silage additive. Whereas it looks like these are going to hold quite a lot. So we're just over 50% full, and we've got 238 litres of silage additive. So I reckon that's going to... I reckon these are going to hold... This baler is probably going to hold about 450 litres. In total then of silage additive. Very good for a stationary baler. Right, let's go and put this somewhere where it's not going to be in the way, and then we'll hop out. Sound disappeared there for a second. So yeah, if we come over to the baler, oh, that action can only be toggled from inside the tractor. So there's one action that you do inside the tractor, which is that bit. Then you come over here, you unfold the side panel. You extend that down. The back opens up. Okay, so we're now apparently fully ready. So if we turn on the baler now, that is positioned. Right, let's go load it up then. Test number 2. Let's see. Let's just see if it was something really stupid that I was doing wrong first time round. And possibly mod conflict. Let's see if we can get a bale out of this thing. So yeah, bring my loading wagon over. back it up. It has to be a mod conflict, because that is working. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. I fixed it. It's a mod conflict then. Or a map conflict. Look at that go. Ah, so now we need to move that then. So we're going to need bag handler or bale handler, aren't we? And that one's got built-in wrapper on it as well. So big bag handler, what do we want it on? Front loader or telehandler? I'm going to get it for a telehandler, I think. And we're going to want a telehandler, so let's go grab one. We'll just grab the Manitou. Nice, simple, keep it straightforward. Still here, getting ready to go live at 1. I'm lurking. That's perfectly okay, Lee. You keep lurking. And like I say, as soon as you are live, if you just drop me a message here in the... just drop me a message here in my chat that you are live, I will then sling everybody over to you that's currently here at the end of my stream. Because like I say, I'll be going probably ending about 1 o'clock my stream, so I can then head over to Lee's stream, the Leeway stream should I say, and do my moderating functions for her. And if anybody wants to join in with some at-home sort of fitness, exercising and stuff and getting in shape, definitely think about giving Leeway a follow and checking her out over there. You doing the session? Am I going to be doing the fitness session? I won't be doing it live, no, Lee, because obviously I will need to be at my computer to do the moderating. But what I will do is watch the VOD later on this evening, and I will do the session after the from the VOD, watching the VOD, if that makes sense. Because I will need to be in a bigger room anyway, I think, won't I? I probably need to be in a bigger room. So it might be better for me to grab the living room or something. Maybe take my tablet down there and put your VOD on the tablet, and then I can do the routine. Or even, I don't know if Kick supports it yet, but if Kick supports it, put it on the TV, put it on the smart TV, on the browser, on the telly, see if we can watch it on the big telly, and then I can definitely follow along then, can't I? Lay down. Yeah, so I need to be laid down then. So that is working quite nicely, look. So that's the first of the new balers, the new big balers that we've got. So there is obviously... That one just does 125 centimetre diameter bales, the one that I've purchased. This other one, the slightly bigger of the two, will do 150 centimetre diameter bales. So I'm going to go grab one of those. I'm also going to grab one of these. And I'm going to grab one of these. And then we can go take a look at all of these lovely little bits and pieces. I think that grab is designed to pick up bales on the end. Yeah, it probably is, most definitely. Or it's designed to pick up bales that way as well. But you're quite right, it probably picks them up on the end, which is why these balers have the turn on end option available to them. So I'm going to need some more chaff, I think. The only slight problem, I think, the only slight issue, and I'm surprised no one at Giants have picked this up, right, in their testing, but when you have the forage harvester here, and you are directly unloading onto the field like I'm doing now, you can't hire an AI worker to do it. They won't do it. They just sit there. I feel that's a little bit of a slight oversight there. I think Giants might have needed to have added an option for the AI to do unloading directly on the field, or support direct unloading onto the field. Because you can cut out the trailer then. So we'll go grab some more of this. We're going to need some more tractors yet as well. More tractors, more machines. So yeah, I'm quite pleased I got this figured out. And Lord Faulty, thank you for the follow, Lord Faulty. I've only just noticed that, just seen that. I don't think my follower alerts are working, because I'm not seeing anything coming up on screen when anyone follows. You could put follow me on straight in trailer. You could. I could, of course, manually drive the trailer. I could drive the trailer and let the AI do the harvesting. That would work, wouldn't it? So if I get him prepped like so, let me go pick this up. This is, I suppose, this is the one workaround for it. It's just if we've got balers, if we've got balers now that can bale the chaff directly off the field. Random Ginger Gamer, hello, Random Ginger Gamer, welcome to the stream. Well, hello there. Seen you posted on Facebook. Was that on was that on Stevie's Facebook page? Yeah, because of course originally I was streaming on when I started this stream, I did it on I was on Hillsview map, but I ran into some problems where the new DLC wouldn't work on Stevie's map, so I think Stevie's going to have to do some map updates. I will have to message him later and give him a bit of a heads up about that. Because obviously there's a lot of people that play Stevie's maps, and if they get the new DLC, they're not going to have a lot of joy and success. Thank you for the follow, Random Ginger Gamer. And like I say, I apologise that you're from Australia. Wow, good evening to you. It must be late in the evening over there. Must be very late in the evening over there. £11:20 PM. Flip. That's quite late. The only reason I know that is because obviously, being a Formula 1 fan, the Australian Grand Prix is in a couple of weeks. And normally, I have to get up at stupid o'clock in the morning here in the UK to watch the Australian Grand Prix live. Because it's on at about 4 AM in the morning here. I know they're in Saudi Arabia this weekend, and they're probably doing free practice is probably on the telly right now. And normally I would be watching the Formula 1. Normally I'd be watching Formula 1 practice, but I'm doing this wonderful stream instead because obviously Giants have sent me an early access version of the DLC to showcase and show off to everybody. So I figured I would do that. I would come on, jump on this brand new platform. Kick is a wonderful, very nice new platform for streaming. And I figured I would be one of the first farm sim streamers on this platform. I normally stream on Twitch, and obviously I have my YouTube channel where I produce lots of farm sim content over the week. And obviously I do a lot of live streaming multiplayer farming over on Twitch. And I've been doing a Let's Play series on Stevie's Ringwoods map every Wednesday afternoon over on Twitch. So if you're a fan of farm sim, definitely consider giving me a follow. Like I say, I am an official Giants partner. I am part of their partner program. Hence why I've got this lovely early access version of the game. So, you know, all my farming content is very sensible. There's nothing stupid and ridiculous and childish about any of it. You know, mature gamer here. You've done a farming sim on here, lol. Yeah, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of farming sim creators on here. A lot of people on here seem to be playing COD and Fortnite. And I know this website seems to be pushing a lot of COD and Fortnite. But I figured we need to break that up a bit. We need to stream some better content to kick than COD and Fortnite. The stream looked crisp and clear. Well, thank you for that, Milka. I am playing at 4K natively on my PC, and my webcam is 4K, so I should look very crisp and sharp. I've also got some new lights yesterday, which makes my stream look a lot better, hopefully, and makes me look a lot better. But obviously, the streaming platforms only let you stream at a max of 1080 currently, so I'm downscaling my stream to 1080, 60. But on my YouTube channel, all my farm sim content is available in 4K. So if you want to see some lovely 4K farming, go give the YouTube channel a subscription as well. And follow me on there. I typically do Let's Play series on the YouTube channel, and obviously whenever Stevie brings out a new map, I go and do the a map review of Stevie's maps. Stevie is very kind to let me. Stevie is very kind to let me do testing for him on his maps as well. So, yeah. I show a lot of support for Stevie because I think Stevie does some really great work, but often goes a little bit under the radar and underappreciated because he doesn't obviously publish to the mod hub. But I think he does some really good stuff. You can't get your live bot working properly, Random Ginger Gamer. I must admit, I'm having a similar issue because none of my alerts are working. Which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping my follower alerts and stuff would be working today. I'm going to have a chat with my friend, the Leeway, because I know hers are working. I'm going to have to ask her what she did. I must admit, the whole bot thing is a little bit confusing to me. Like I say, announcements are working, and I think commands are working. Because if I do... Oh, I spelt that wrong, didn't I? There's an R in Discord. Okay, maybe commands aren't working then either. I thought commands were working on the app thing. Unless I'm just an idiot and I've not set it up properly. Does it need a space? No, can't get it working. I'll just have to copy and paste my link instead. Sorry about this, people. Yeah, it's the command's just not working at all. Like I say, most of the stuff for my the bot is not working at all for me. Unfortunately, I know it's a new platform and everything's in beta and it's early doors and early days, and we shouldn't get too upset about things not quite working as we expect. And I know the guys over at Kick, the people that are doing the site are very rapidly working on new features and stuff. So, you know, right now, obviously, patience is a virtue, as they say. Because obviously things are a work in progress, and obviously sites like Twitch, sites like YouTube have had a lot of years head start on Kick to get themselves set up and get themselves established. And you know, they weren't perfect when they began. I don't know if anybody did anybody here streamed on Twitch when Twitch first started, it was very rough. Twitch was a very rough platform. I mean, I remember trying to stream Skyrim on Twitch back in 2012, and yeah, it was a bit iffy. Your game runs better than mine, lol. Well, actually, Random Ginger Gamer, I've been having a problem for the last 3 months that I cannot, for the life of me, figure out and nail down, which is that for some weird reason, randomly at random times when I'm playing, the game will just drop to like 1 frame per second performance, and I can't do anything, and it lasts for about 30 seconds to a minute. My controller will turn off as well, and then it goes back to being fine, goes back to being perfect. And I have no idea what's causing that problem. I've uninstalled the game, I've reinstalled it, I've re-verified it. The game is running on a M.2 drive, a separate M.2 drive to my operating system. And obviously my PC spec is way higher than what Farm Sim needs. And yeah, I just don't understand what caused the issue has only cropped up since I had to reinstall Windows on my PC last year, because my SSD, I had an SSD fail in my PC, and for some reason when the SSD failed, my PC couldn't find the Windows drive, couldn't find the Windows installation on my M.2. So I ended up having to reinstall Windows because I couldn't fix the boot drive. And since then, like I say, since then, which I mean, I reinstalled my system just before Christmas last year, and ever since then, it's not run right. It's not run right at all. Like I say, it's only Farm Sim that I have that problem with. I play, obviously, other games on my PC, and I have no issues with those. They never have any performance hiccups or glitches or anything. And a lot of those are far more intensive games. Like I say, it's just weird. The game doesn't crash or anything, but like I say, it's just for 30 seconds or a minute, it grinds to a complete standstill. And like I say, I don't know why it would turn off my Bluetooth controller as well. That confuses me. Because it's a proper Windows Xbox controller that I'm using. It's not like I'm using some third-party accessory. Huh? So this has the bale on end. Let's do bigger bales on this one. Let's do 150s, shall we? We'll do the 150s on this one. Very nice. Yeah. So going back to what Milker One was saying, yeah. I think you definitely want, when you buy either of these static balers, you definitely want the fold on end option, because they are better suit. That's obviously better. That's obviously a better fit for the bales, isn't it? And obviously you would want to have a trailer sat here that you can load these bales straight onto. or a bale collector, or an auto load trailer of some description. Well, I'll even stack it, look. Although these bales are a bit bigger. So look, different bale sizes. We've got the 125 and the 150 there. So yeah, there's the lovely new baler. And like I say, what I like about these balers is you can actually unfold them, apart from the initial where you have to offset it, move the drawbar and offset the drawbar, which is done from the tractor. All the other unfolding, folding and operating controls can be done standing next to the machine. So if you're like me and like to use the third person mod, definitely looks far more immersive. I think that's the word, isn't it, that we like to use. We like to use immersion. Right, I'm going to test something now as well, because this didn't work on Stevie's map, but I hope it's going to work on the vanilla map, the Elm Creek map, or any of Giant's maps. I know it on Ringwood, if you cut down all the trees, your game won't load. My mate had that problem. Well, I don't do any logging typically. That's not something I really do in Farm Sim. I'm not much of a logger, forestry guy. The only time I cut down trees is when they're in my way and they're blocking me and my vehicles, and then obviously I just remove offending items. Offending things. But yeah, I don't typically go and do a lot of forestry stuff, purely because obviously I've played Farming Sim since FS15, and normally when it comes to the physics, the manual handling physics of picking up things and moving them, and that's always been probably one of the weakest parts of Farm Simulator as a series. I know they've done a lot of work on it in FS22, and I know with the Platinum expansion, the Silver Run add-on, they've added a lot of things to try and make forestry more user-friendly. But as yet, I just haven't got round to actually trying any of that. I probably will do in the future, I must admit. I'm getting to the point. I'm getting to the stage where in a week or two's time, in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be starting a brand new Let's Play series. I'm going to be finishing off one of my series on YouTube, and I'm going to be starting a new series on a new map. And I might decide to do some logging and some forestry on that. Because I'm going to be starting out from scratch on that map, because it's going to replace my start from scratch series. So obviously, logging is normally a good way of making money. Buy a field with a few trees on it, chop it down, sell the wood. You can make a good bit of money from that, which can get you started then on your actual farming. And get you into your arable crops and stuff. Because my my Riverview series on YouTube is the one where I started from scratch, and originally on that series I was playing as a contractor. I started out as a contractor, and unfortunately for me, about a month after I'd started the series, Giants did that update where they broke the contracts, and cause that contract disappearing bug thing. So then my series kind of had to change because I didn't have contracts anymore, so I couldn't carry on being a contractor. So I ended up having to buy land and start farming myself, but I think it made a nice transition through the series. Because we went from just doing contracts all the time to having our own fields and starting to do our own crops, and then we started to do some animals. So okay, Random Ginger Gamer, thank you for stopping by, thank you for following. Hopefully we'll catch you later on. Yeah, like I say, I hope to see you again. I'm going to be streaming on here at various points. Cavalier Roy, yeah, he has done some very lovely maps. I'm playing Maypole Farm is the map I'm currently using for my multiplayer server. And again, I stream my multiplayer farming because I've got a German friend who plays with me. And on Maypole, for the first time ever, we're actually running separate farms. So he's got his own farm and I've got mine. And we're seeing how that goes. So over the weekend, I might stream some of that here on Kick as well, if he's around and available. And normally I have him on the Discord, so you'll be able to hear him in the streams as well. And we normally have a great conversation and a good laugh between the two of us. And like I say, I do have an open policy on my multiplayer server. If anybody wants to come and play and come and join us on the multiplayer server, I'm more than happy to have people come and play. I'd love to have a few more people on the maps joining in with the fun. Plus you get to be part of the streams. Obviously, if you don't want to talk in Discord and that sort of thing, and you don't want to be in the voice chat, that's perfectly fine. You know, you don't have to be. But like I say, when we're doing like co-op farming and stuff, it does make it a little bit easier to be able to talk to each other. I know the game has inbuilt voice chat, but I find that to be very, very quiet. I struggle to hear the in-game voice chat, whereas my Discord is a lot louder in my headphones, so I can hear people better on the Discord. Right, so we've done a bit more chaff making. We'll just fill that up again with a bit more stuff. That takes loads. I love it. I love it. I love these. Right, so this has got a built-in no automatic drop option available on this. So let's see. Because originally, like I say, when I was on Stevie's Ringwoods map, the balers would not let me pick up chaff directly off the field. And they still don't let me pick up chaff directly off the field. That's a shame. So they're obviously more designed for the grass stuff. Right, let's go grab ourselves a mower then, shall we? So the actual standard traditional balers you can't use for the chaff still. They don't work with the chaff. So you are going, if you're going to do the chaff silage, you are going to have to put it in the stationary balers. Okay. It would have been nice if the Göweil, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, I'm sorry. You know, I have a very basic grasp of English as a language. I don't have any kind of experience with second languages, so I apologise if I don't pronounce foreign names or brands correctly. Obviously, I don't intend to offend anybody. But I've not actually heard that. I've never heard of that brand ever. I don't know if they're, like I say, I've not come across them in the UK. So, well, certainly not in my county. In the county I live in here in the UK, I've not seen any farms which have that brand of equipment on them. I don't know how to pronounce that O with the little dots above it. That's the thing. Right, so we've got basic straw over there. So obviously this is just your normal standard round baler over here. Which will do your straw, hay and grass. We whiz this one down to the on end. See, this is where I could do with Mr. Helgi being around, because him being of German origin and nationality, he would help me be able to pronounce a lot of these foreign European brand names. It sounds much better coming from him with his accent and everything as well. But I'm guessing he's at work today in his office at this point in time. I didn't see him on my Discord earlier. And I didn't see him on Steam when I logged in today. So I'm assuming today is one of those rare days where he actually has to go to the office where he works, instead of working from home, which is what he normally does. Which is fantastic, because when he's working from home, he gets to play a lot of farm sim. He gets to play a lot of farm sim when he's working from home. But shh, don't tell his company that. Don't tell his bosses. So yes, this is just your standard baler then, that obviously does your straw, hay and grass. Just produces 125 centimetre diameter bales as well. You don't get any kind of size options on that. Just produces small round bales on this very basic baler. Yes. And you just got to watch the pickups a little bit, because the swath can be a little bit wider than the actual pickup width of the baler. So you tend to miss bits if you're not too careful. Thankfully I used a small harvester, so sledgehammer to crack a nut. Yeah, you're quite right. It's a little bit overkill in terms of the horsepowerage and stuff, definitely. Again, I've gone for the Mr. Helgi approach. I have. He tends to use tractors with ridiculous amounts of horsepower to do very simple, low power requirement jobs. Normally he'll be using the Fendt 1050, because obviously he's pretty brand loyal to Fendt, is Mr. Helgi. And like I say, you'll usually see him using a Fendt 1050 to just do something really that you could do with a very small tractor. I just figured I would grab a few 9RTs because I know I needed a slightly bigger tractor to pull the I needed a big tractor to pull my loading wagon. And also, if you do want to move these in their unfolded state, these new balers, if you want to move any of those in their unfolded state, again, you need something that's got a bit of oomph. Because although they don't need a lot of power to actually run, once you've got a load of chaff in them, and you've got obviously the bale thingy on the floor, the bale unloader, the drop area, they're a little bit more difficult to move. It takes a bit of brute force. Obviously, a static baler you wouldn't want to be moving whilst it was in use, but they're not designed to be moved in use, but sometimes you might just need to give them a bit of a shift. Right, and this one is going to do wrapped bales. This is going to be obviously ideal for doing our grass here. Again, no options on the bale sizing on this. So on this particular baler, again, just does 125cm round bales. Both of the standard balers just do 125s. They were founded by Herbert Göweil. Göweil. Is it Göweil? Are we pronouncing the W as a V? Possibly? Maybe? No automatic drop option on this baler. So manual unloading of the bales is required. I must admit, I'm very spoiled in the game because obviously I'm so used to using the fast bale that whenever I come back to using one of these standard balers, I must admit I'm not used to having to manually unload all the time because I'm just used to the fast bale just keep churning out bales. You know, and the great thing about the fast bale is because it's a mod this year, on the mod hub. It's not part of the DLC. I actually modified the fast bale myself to do all 3 different sizes of bales. So I can do 180 centimeter wrapped bales with the fast bale. So again, it's very difficult for me to come back to one of these manual unload balers in my Let's Plays and stuff, because the fast bale just makes things so much easy. It's like when the Vermeer DLC came out last year with the self-propelled baler in the Vermeer pack. I thought, oh, that is going to be absolutely brilliant. I'm really going to enjoy using that. And then I found it that again, because you have to keep stopping, manually unloading it. I was like, it's just, you know, it's just not as fast and as efficient as the fast bale. I think the absolute perfect job, the perfect machine would be something like the Vermeer self-propelled baler, but it has like the fast bale functionality built in. So it has the storage, the inbuilt storage tank that passes over to the wrapper, so it can just keep baling, and then obviously auto unload when we're ready. That would be an absolute. I mean, I don't know if anything like that exists in real life, but if there isn't a machine in real life that does that, someone needs to get on it. Somebody needs to get on it and make one. Like Millennial Farmer said in one of his videos that I watched fairly recently. Somebody needs to come out with a combine harvester where the auger pipe on the harvester is centrally mounted on the top of the harvester, so you can pipe out on either side of the harvester as you need to. And he says, you know, why has no one done that yet, you know? Right, so this one does the wrapping for me. There's one more thing I want to very quickly test before I finish my stream today and head over to the other channel. I want my other little round. I want that round baler there. That's the one I want. I want to test out the wrapper that's built into the telehandler attachment. The grabber with the wrapping functionality. So I'll quickly just do some little grass bales here, whilst I've got some grass still to do. And then I'll grab another telehandler quick. Helps, of course, if I unload, doesn't it? Yeah, if we go grab all the grass here. So yes, I'm quite impressed with the DLC. I love that. I do like those static balers. I think those static balers are pretty cool. And yes, obviously, the start of the stream was a little bit rough. Obviously, there is some incompatibilities at the moment with some maps, with mod maps, and some mods maybe that need we'll need an update after the DLC comes out on Tuesday. Hopefully those sort of things will get corrected fairly quickly by authors and mod makers. Obviously, I'll put out a little bit of a public service announcement over on Giants Forum. I'll probably go and post on there a little bit later and say, hey, just a heads up for anybody getting the DLC. If you discover you can't buy land on your maps, or you can't actually bale anything, you've obviously got a bit of a mod incompatibility. And if the new balers won't actually output any bales despite being full of material, you've got a incompatibility. 115. Is that when you're starting, Lee? Is that when your stream's going to be starting? Like I say, as soon as I get the notification that you're live, I should probably get an email if the emails are working. I'll chuck a host over to you, and then I'll stop my own stream and then obviously come and police your chat for you and be ready to give any numpties a bit of a slap. A bit of a telling off. Hopefully there won't be many. Yesterday was quite nice. I felt the chat was quite positive yesterday. There was only, I think, one individual yesterday that was being a bit stupid, and both me and Quantum quickly dealt with him. But you get that everywhere. You get trolls everywhere. There's always some people out there that, for whatever reason, just seem to exist to hate people, or they're very jealous of people. My own personal way now of dealing with that sort of thing when I'm streaming, or even in the comments on my YouTube videos, it's just to be super nice to the people that are actually trying to troll you. Because it winds them up even more. If you don't actually get into an argument with them, but you're actually like really nice and positive to them, it absolutely winds them up. Right, I think that's enough grass bales. So let's just grab that wrapper. And I'll grab another telehandler while I'm at it, because then it saves me having to take the one off the other one. Let's get a nice JCB this time. British made, British built. Like I say, I used to, I started my life my adult life many years ago, or should I say my post-school life many years ago, as a mechanical engineer for a company that actually makes all the hydraulic valves for JCB. So all their equipment, all the hydraulic control valves on their equipment, I made them at one point in time. I have done a cracking job for this. Well, thank you for that, Milker One. Appreciate the compliment there. like I say, I've had many lives. I've had many lives before I settled on being a content creator. So I've got a lot of experiences that I draw on in my content creation. So again, maybe the fact that for a few years of my life I was a coach means I'm pretty good at like tutorialing and demonstrating things to people. Ooh. Look at that go. That's pretty cool, isn't it, as well? Don't you think? I know we've got wrappers and stuff already for I wonder if you could be so silly with the telehandler as to do that. Yes, you can. So yes, you could actually wrap and stack the bales directly onto a trailer using the telehandler. That's pretty pretty good way of doing things, isn't it? I would say. Put that on there. Unload. Look at that. It's a very neat little wrapper, that, isn't it? Because they're the traditional wrappers. In fact, that's the first. That is the actual first bale wrapper attachment for front loaders or telehandlers that we've got in game. There has never been a wrapper like this before. Yeah, wrap the bales, stack them on a trailer. Job done. And like you say, you can end stack them so they don't roll away on your fields after you've picked them up. That's, I have to say, I do like this. This is going to be cool. Oh, I tell you what, there's so many new toys now to play with for my next Let's Play series. There's so many new little things I'm going to be able to do. That is a very nice, like I say, people say there's obviously going to be, there's always going to be those people that say the comment, oh, the DLC's not giving us anything that we don't already have in game. Well, here's one thing we don't have already in game. We haven't had one of these wrappers before. And as I say, the two stationary balers that accept chaff and sugar beet, chopped sugar beet, are very new. Checking. Just checking. So yeah, you can still obviously unload them the traditional way. Ah, I tell you what, I am so pleased with how today has gone. Very pleased. I want to say a big thank you again to Giants. I don't know if they're watching. I know when I sent a tweet out earlier, they did like the tweet that I sent out. So a big thank you to Giants for obviously sending me the early access copy of the DLC. That is obviously greatly appreciated, and I thank you for that. Like I say, it's so nice that, you know, I've reached that point where my channels have grown that I'm now actually considered by Giants to receive those sort of things. And obviously we get some very nice things sent to us as well in the post. Like I've got my partner badge in the window over there. I got my sticker album. They sent me a sticker album last year. And then a week or two ago, I got in fact it's here. I've still got it because I haven't yet got a photo frame to put it in. They sent me a custom insert for your you know, your DVD case for your game. If you've got the game on disc, you've got a disc version of the game. They sent me a custom insert. And honestly, I know people say, well, that's not a lot. You know, it's just a bit of paper. But honestly, at the time I received that, that was so nice and so nice for me, because at the time I'd just lost my father. My father had just passed away very suddenly, and I wasn't feeling very good. You know, I was struggling a little bit mentally with that, and to receive something just out of the blue, receive something like that from Giants, just absolutely, you know, gave me a little bit of an uplift. It did. Just uplifted me a little bit. So, you know, I thank Giants for that as well. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This has been my first look at this lovely new DLC package. And I'm sure most people have seen these. Oh, chucking everything on the floor. But obviously the first thing you get when you are a partner of Giants is your partner certificate and partner badge. And I must admit, when that came in the post, that, you know, that meant a lot to me. So, ladies and gents, as we've now reached the end of my little first look stream, I'm going to say thank you to everybody that has tuned in and viewed today. It means a lot to me that a lot of you have come over here and been watching the channel, viewing the channel. And for those of you that have followed, Random Ginger Gamer, Lord Faulty, Milk One, thank you for those follows. I greatly appreciate those. I am now going to throw you over to my friend the Leeway, who is doing a little stream of her own. Okay. If we can find her. And yeah, if you want to carry on and watch her stream, see her fitness stream in action, you're free to do so. If not, obviously come back and join me the next time I am on here. So I will see you all very soon. Thank you for watching, everybody. Cheerio.